2 days. That's all it took. 48 hours ago, I was staring at my laptop, thinking the same thing millions of people are thinking right now. Is there actually a real way to make money online that isn't complete nonsense? Not the fake screenshots, not the gurus renting Lamborghinis, not the buy my course and get rich circus. Just a real method. So I ran a small experiment. I gave myself exactly 48 hours to test one simple online method. No audience, no huge team, no paid ads, just a laptop, internet, and a very clear goal. By the end of those 2 days, the total was sitting there on my screen. $3,200. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is another one of those exaggerated stories, let me say something important. The reason this worked had nothing to do with luck. It worked because of timing, leverage, and one simple shift most people never make. And the crazy part? When I tell you what actually produced the money, it's going to sound almost too simple. But simplicity is exactly why it works. Let's rewind. The first thing I realized is that most people try to make money online in the hardest way possible. They start a YouTube channel with zero strategy. They build a Shopify store with random products. They try crypto trading without understanding markets. And then they wonder why nothing happens. The internet doesn't reward effort. It rewards attention and leverage. So instead of trying to build something massive from scratch, I focused on one question. Where is money already moving right now? Because if you follow attention, you eventually find money. And one place where attention is exploding right now is AI tools and digital services. Companies are racing to adopt them. Creators are trying to use them. Businesses are desperate to understand them. And that desperation creates opportunity. So instead of creating something complicated, I did something smarter. I became the connector. Let me explain. There are thousands of AI tools right now that solve real problems. Some help businesses automate customer service. Some generate marketing content. Some analyze data faster than human teams. And many of these companies are willing to pay huge affiliate commissions just to bring them new customers. Not $5, not $10, sometimes $200, $300, even $500 per sale. So instead of building a product, I positioned myself between the tool and the customer. That's where the leverage lives. Now here's where the 48-hour clock started. The strategy was simple. Find a product that solves a painful problem, show people how it works, and connect them to it. But there was one rule. Speed over perfection. Most people lose opportunities because they wait too long. They design logos, they build websites, they plan for weeks. Meanwhile, someone else already launched. So I skipped all of that. I focused on distribution first. Where can you reach people instantly? The answer was obvious. Short-form content, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels. Right now, these platforms are pushing short videos harder than anything else, which means if a video hits the algorithm, it can reach hundreds of thousands of people overnight. So the mission became simple. Create short videos that demonstrate a powerful AI tool solving a real problem. Clear, fast, straight to the point, no fluff. The first video took less than 30 minutes. I opened the AI tool, recorded my screen, showed exactly what it could do, and ended the video with one simple line. If you want to try this tool yourself, the link is in the description. That's it. No hype, no exaggerated claims, just value. Then I posted it and moved on to the next one. Because the secret wasn't one video, it was volume and velocity. Within a few hours, 5 videos were live, then 10, then 15. Each one showing a slightly different use case. How businesses can automate emails. How creators can generate scripts. How marketers can build ads faster. Every video solved a problem in under 30 seconds. And then something interesting started happening. The views began climbing. Slow at first, then faster, then much faster. About 6 hours later, the first notification appeared. Commission earned. One sale, then another, then another. Now remember, these weren't $5 commissions. Some were $150, some were $300. So when 3 sales came in back to back, the total jumped quickly. $450, $600, $900. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't a one-time spike, it was a system. Because every video was still circulating, still being pushed by the algorithm, still bringing new viewers. And every viewer represented potential revenue. By the time the first day ended, the number had already crossed $1,400. And the crazy part? The videos were still spreading, because short-form content doesn't stop immediately. Sometimes a video explodes hours later, or even the next day. So I doubled down. Day 2 became about scaling the same idea. More videos, more demonstrations, more problems solved. And here's where things accelerated. One of the videos suddenly took off. 10,000 views, 20,000, 50,000. Then it crossed 100,000 views. And with that kind of attention, conversions started coming faster. Every few minutes, another notification appeared. Another commission, another sale, another jump in the total. When the 48-hour mark arrived, the number on the dashboard looked almost unreal. $3,200 from a simple experiment. No team, no expensive equipment, just strategy. Now here's the part that matters most. This isn't about that specific number. The real lesson is how the system works. Because once you understand the mechanism, you can repeat it. Attention flows into content. Content leads people to solutions. Solutions generate revenue. It's a chain reaction. And right now, the internet is giving more leverage to individuals than ever before. 10 years ago, you needed a big company to reach millions of people. Today, a single video can do it. That's the power shift we're living in. But there's one more important piece: authenticity. People can smell fake advice instantly. That's why so many make money online videos fail. They promise impossible results without showing anything real. But when you demonstrate something genuine, people trust it, and trust converts. So instead of saying, "This tool makes money," I showed exactly how it works. Real screen recordings, real results, real use cases. That transparency made the difference. Because viewers didn't feel like they were being sold. They felt like they were learning something useful. And when people learn something valuable, they share it, which brings more viewers, which brings more potential customers, which grows the system even further. Now imagine what happens if you repeat this process consistently. 10 videos becomes 50, 50 becomes 100. Each piece of content becomes a small digital worker promoting a solution 24 hours a day. Some will fail, some will do average, but a few will explode. And those few can produce the majority of the income. That's the reality of online leverage. It's not about working harder, it's about building systems that continue working after you stop. So if you're watching this thinking, is this actually possible for me? Let me say something important. The barrier to entry has never been lower. You don't need fancy gear. You don't need millions of followers. You just need 3 things: a valuable tool, a clear demonstration, and the courage to publish consistently. Most people fail because they never start. They overthink. They wait for perfect conditions. But the internet rewards people who move first. 48 hours. That's all this experiment lasted. But it proves something powerful. Opportunity online doesn't belong to the biggest companies anymore. It belongs to the fastest creators, the ones who identify trends early, the ones who deliver value quickly, and the ones who understand that attention is the most valuable currency on the internet. Because once you capture attention, everything else follows: traffic, trust, sales, momentum. And sometimes, if the timing is right, $3,200 in just 2 days. The question now isn't whether this kind of opportunity exists. You just saw the proof. The real question is something much simpler. What will you do with the next 48 hours? If you want the exact tool I used, just comment "tool" below. I read every comment and I'll reply with the name.